think I just have a problem with people telling me what to do and how to do it. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. I want to do it myself. I've noticed that there's two different types of people in the world. Those who journal and those who do not. So you may have noticed that this video is about journaling, with a big emphasis on those who do not journal or, like me, just plain suck at journaling. Let's see if we can figure this journaling thing out, because I have been working at it for years and I have not mastered this simple seeming task with so many benefits. I think at this point, there's not a type of journaling I haven't attempted. I have done the bullet point journals. I have done the blank journals. I have done the guided journals, 3-minute journals, gratitude journal, feelings, like, you color different like icons and stuff like that about how you're feeling for the day. There's a lot of options out there, and I have tried so many of them. Why has it been so hard, and why is it such a big deal that I haven't given up when it's clearly not exactly my forte, my cup of tea, my cup of tea? I have journals stashed all over the house from my attempts at something and then it just not working out. And so then it kind of gets tossed into a corner, tossed under a desk, tossed under a table, tossed on a nightstand. I've even tried to get my kids into it because I know it's a good thing. And I thought, well, you know what? Maybe I'm too late for myself and they still have a fighting chance. So I've tried to get them into doing journaling, tried to do writing and prompts and scratch, draw, put down some ideas. We're just not a journaling family. I can't figure it out. I have tried to do some of the computer ones. I don't like doing them through my phone. Just not tech savvy, comfortable with my thoughts being out there like that. And that's another thing. So when I do my journaling and you're supposed to be able to get all your thoughts out, I don't feel like my thoughts are safe if I get them actually out. I don't see the point or benefit in writing about shallow thoughts and, light level problems. Like if I need to get something out, I want to get it all out, right? I don't want to just be like, well, today was a bummer and wasn't great. We're going to try again tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be better. No, I want to be able to say that I'm pissed off because I made these plans and the kids messed it all up and I don't know what to do next. And every time I try to do something, everybody's getting into fights. And, I want to put my feelings out there, but I feel like if I were to write that and then somebody were to read it, I would hurt feelings. And so I'd rather just keep it to myself. One of the reasons why I have a hard time with journaling in a way of letting out my feelings and my thoughts. And that's why I tried out some of the gratitude ones and the prompt ones, because then it's not too deep. It's just more of a stay focused on the good and, all of that pieces. And that was really nice. And then it felt a little bit redundant. And then I felt it was a little contrived and just a little forced. And I didn't really feel better or feel good afterwards. It felt very forced. And I know that's the biggest deal is you can't force yourself into something for it to be a good habit. You have to find a way that you get into it. Like when I was into walking, it didn't start out that way. I resented it. I didn't like it until suddenly I had my epiphany moment and realized it was giving me some good stuff. And I really liked that. And then I was able to keep up with it. I haven't figured out that for journaling, I guess. So anybody else that might be kind of like well, what's the big deal about journaling? Either you do it or you don't. If you're a journaler, journal. If you're not, don't. But I really think that the benefits that come from journaling are something I want to achieve. I have a really hard time with sleep. Feels kind of like insomnia. It's been going on for a really long time. I've just never been good at going to sleep at night. Like I can never fall asleep, but then I hate waking up in the morning. I feel like I'm always tired. I'm just low energy. There's just not a lot working for me on the sleep side of my life. And I have tried a lot of stuff over the years and I have gotten a little bit better, but some nights, even when I'm tired, my mind just doesn't shut down. So my body's ready to shut down, but my brain keeps going. And a lot advice has been getting your mind to quiet down so you can get a better rest. And I haven't figured out a good solution for getting my mind to quiet. And there are some times where it's stress and anxiety. And those are areas that I actually do better quieting those noises than I do the other ones. Because the other ones are just, like that girl who doesn't know how to shut up. There's a moment of silence and it has to be filled with some random thought. Well, that's my brain. That is the Tay that lives in my head. Is there's always something to say. There's always something to think about and to wonder, which leads you down the path of like 50 different topics. And you're like, how did I get on this subject? Where did that even start? Oh, okay. I thought I was just thinking about what to have for dinner tomorrow. And now I'm wondering if you can make, shoes out of feathers. I think that if my brain could just be stuck on one topic, it would be a lot easier to exhaust all thoughts about that topic, and then it'll be quiet. That's why the journaling part is really hard, because I can't keep up with everything to write down. There's so many thoughts going on that as I'm trying to write everything down, they just keep on going to another place and another place and another place, and there's no cutoff. And so it's exhausting journaling. That's not very much fun. I don't mind doing those shorter ones with prompts and where how was your day? What was the top thing you did? What was the worst thing you did? What was your overall mood? They're fun, but I don't feel like a benefit is coming from them. And so there's a couple different techniques that I've tried over all the years, from all the different styles, for all the different formats. And I've kind of narrowed down what works best to get the benefits out of journaling: clearing the mind, sorting out your thoughts, clarifying a troubling issue that you've maybe been dwelling on, going to bed and sleeping. Those are all those great things for journaling. And here it is. This is what I do. So basically, the main thing I've realized is when you have a hard time with journaling, you can't really do the structured format style journals. And it might be fun for one or two times to do a theme or coloring ones, or, the doodles, and the ones that are meant to capture the freestyle journaling. I think I just have a problem with people telling me what to do and how to do it. I don't want anybody to tell me what to do. I want to do it myself. So basically, I just take a regular old notebook, whatever you got, and I will brain dump. A lot of people are like, okay, so how is this different than anybody else journaling? Well, I try to avoid writing in sentences. I will do bullet points. I will write in the margins and the sides. I'll just do some brief ideas. So I might say something like, maybe I'll start off with a to-do list, because it's a little bit easier for me to put my thoughts out where they might be being used up. Like I might have a little bit too much brain space being used up of all the things I need to do. So maybe I'll start off with getting a to-do list going, and that'll just be kind of like my bullet points and little details. And then as I'm writing down all of the things I need to get done for the week, maybe it'll spark up of how I want to do it, or an idea to go with that. I know that there are some things that I needed to do with calling to make appointments, some of my sales stuff that I do for making money. I need to come up with new ideas. Maybe I'll write down a couple of the ideas or some of the places that I wanted to research that information. The holidays are coming up. Maybe I want to sit down and iron out some of the gift ideas that I need to work on. I've got a couple of small little side jobs I'm doing for some people, and they're easy things, but I'm not getting it done. So maybe I want to create a structured schedule for getting myself to do the stuff. So my journaling isn't necessarily about my thoughts and my feelings. It's about what is taking up space in my brain that is clogging up the flow. And that starts with a to-do list. So I'm just going to start doing a to-do list. I'll start writing down all the things that pop in my head with that to-do list, what the pieces are that might go with something on that to-do list, time framing, like I said, the scheduling, bullet points, areas that I'm struggling on. I'll maybe circle it a couple of times and say, what are we going to do here? Every now and then, sometimes when I'm in a in-between flow and stuff isn't really coming together, I'll write a poem. Okay, I'll just write a poem. I will do something dumb. I will do a limerick. I'll do something in, there once was a mama with a candle, and she had too many kids she couldn't handle. She'd go to bed tired, and even though her brain was wired, I forgot what the rhyme was. Whatever, some clever line that's going to rhyme with whatever that word was. What the heck? This is why I write it down. I don't do it out loud because I already forgot what it was I said the first time. All right, so I might add something in here in the bottom as I re-listen to it, and I'm like, oh, I'm an idiot. I can't believe I forgot that's what it was. Here's what the final line would have been on that limerick. Enjoy, future self.